Never fear, the insects are here! Hello and welcome for the second time only to Let's Play Earth Defense Force 2017. Let's defend the Earth with guns and things from giant ants as we usually do.
Select the
Single player, of course, because I have no friends.
Choose your weapons.
We've unlocked some lovely guns. Let's have a look at those lovely guns. Not that one. Let's go with an upgraded assault rifle. And the new version of the rocket launcher we had in the first level.
Select a mission.
Mission 3, melee or melee. It's up to you to decide and also to read this text.
Select a difficulty.
Good job.
Going into combat.
Whether you read it or not, you did a good job in deciding.
Attacking civilians. All teams, search out and destroy them all.
Not a terribly complicated mission this time.
Red dots on the map are enemies. Use the map to find the bugs.
I suppose this level's supposed to be a tutorial for using the minimap, which we've used already for the last two levels, but oh well. Oh well.
The bugs are spitting some kind of liquid. Is it some kind of bodily fluid? Somebody... Ah! It's melting my armor!
This level is also the introduction of ants spitting acid if you're not playing on hard mode or higher. Diabolical ants and their acid spittingness.
These bugs are spitting out a very strong acid.
There are a bunch of EDF men standing around this level. Walking close to them, we'll recruit them and they'll follow us around.
It's acid!
It is acid indeed, try not to touch it. Try not to let them touch you with their acid. That is not the good thing to do.
This is HQ. We have reports that these aliens can emit a very powerful acid. It's a terrible weapon that will even melt your armor. Watch your backs out there.
I suppose this level is also a tutorial on recruiting guys. So I think you could recruit soldiers in previous levels, but they would generally stop following you once the next wave would start. These guys are mine forever. There's another guy on the radar, but he is not surrounded by ants, so I'm not going out there to get him. Let's kill ants. Oh. Oh dear. Nobody saw that, right?
They got me with their acid!
Everybody's terribly excited about this acid. Well, that was a bit of a disaster. Took off most of our health and killed one of our men. Let's try and find some health and some weapons. Lovely weapons.
Ready to fire!
Well, these guys are shotgunners. They are ready to fire.
I'm out! I'm out of ammo! Did you see?
Sort of interesting that the various guys do have their own weapons, and in this level they will highlight it by declaring what they're up to. Like the last guy we recruited before those shotgunners was a sniper. He's not going to stand back and snipe though, he's just going to run around with the usual AI. Which is not terribly good, but will distract the enemies from us. And that's all we need. Especially when we only have 65 health. We don't even have 65 health, what am I saying? That's too many. There's a health tub there, let's get it. If you angle yourself too shallowly, you shall do a little hop instead of a side roll, and that's not the good thing to do. Blam. That ant went miles. That was amazing. This Stingray M2 is everything the Stingray M1 would be if we were playing on a different difficulty mode, i.e. an easier one. Kills the ants in one single shot. This is the direct successor to the M1 which we had on the first level. So rather nice. The AF16RA is not quite so nice though, even though it's 2 levels ahead of the AF14 we began the game with. It is an RA coded rifle, which means that it has been modified for a faster rate of fire at the expense of accuracy, so it sort of sprays everywhere. Shreds up close though, which is very useful against these ants. Very useful indeed. We will eventually fight things with our ants, by the way. Just know if you're worried. It's not all ants. Why? Yes, come this way and you will kill them. Never quite understood why these guys run around in such a weird way. Anyway, there's a guy to recruit over here. In fact, there's two guys on the mini-map. I don't know if you can see it, but the second guy I believe is on top of the building, as he has a little stalk underneath him indicating that he is in an elevated position. I don't know why he spawned on top of the building, and I don't care to blow the building up to get him down. Which wouldn't even kill him, by the way, unless you shot him directly. It's a case of mopping up these ruddy ants. In the previous mission, it was mentioned that we're not actually sure whether these ants are anything to do with the alien invasion, that the aliens might not even be invading, maybe they want to talk or something. We're sort of hoping that because we don't want to have a massive war. Even though we did build an EDF to sort them out. Trying to find our EDF men. I think they're on top of there. Have they fallen down? Maybe I just missed them and blew up an overpass for no reason.
I can stop you with one shot.
Can indeed stop you with one shot. There's a lot of repeated dialogue in this game, but they did at least go to the effort of recording it in many different voices. Get out of here, ant. You're not welcome on planet Earth. Well, didn't that go well? Some of our EDF men even survive. We got no new weapons, but that's not a problem. I'll off-screen it and find some more.
Choose your weapons.
Speaking of weapons, let's equip some weapons. I know for a fact that the next level will involve some long distance shooting, so let's take along the ZE sniper.
Select a stage.
Or ZE if you're English. Weirdo. Anyway, read this stuff. I'm timing you. Not long now, hurry up.
Select
Time's up!
You're going into combat.
You all know the drill by now, let's go kill some ants in a city.
This is HQ. It looks like these aliens are feeding off humans. They're a herd of people-eating monsters. We can't let them have their way. Troops, you must eliminate them all.
10-4.
Bugs! Bugs all over the city! They'll get here any second! Ah! Help! Ah!
Oh, those wacky EDF soldiers, always being eaten by giant monsters. Speaking of giant monsters, here's some more ants. And here's the wide shot, a silly gun for silly people. A shotgun with a very, very wide spread. Kills things very well up close when you can actually hit them with most of the pellets. It has its uses. But it's not as good as the last shotgun I was using. Flammo. The captain has indeed been killed, which means these guys are now recruitable. You want a group of soldiers to follow you around, all you have to do is kill the captain and they can become yours. Wow, okay, that ant went far.
Somebody cover me! HQ to Storm 1. Ranger 4 is in combat with the aliens. Get over there now!
Ranger 4, more like Ranger Boar. As in, I'm bored of rescuing Ranger 4 from giant insects already, and it's only level 4. Wait, let's head over to their location in a sideways fashion, as is best. Let's switch out the wide shot for the ZE sniper, which is in a box at the moment, but won't be for long. Let's get to a good position and See what this sort of special weapon does. It's a stationary turret that shoots stuff. It's not very good, it seems. Here we are using the wide shot to shoot loads of enemies at once. Sort of plinking away at them a bit. We do have the problem that if we actually kill any of the enemies in front, their dead bodies will act as shielding until they disappear. Just checking to see if I can reload the Z sniper. I didn't realise I actually had 4 of them. You can't reload the sniper turrets until they have fully exhausted all their ammo. But they will constantly fire at the closest thing to them, even if the closest thing to them is behind a wall. Situationally useful, these turrets. They're better turrets to find in the game. Turrets are probably some of the more worthwhile special weapons, even though this one isn't. I brought this one along because it's a sniper turret, and I thought it might be useful for all those ants that are on top of the tower in the distance there. Let's see how well that goes. Spoilers, it doesn't go very well at all. Oh dear. Before we can even try that though, we've got to clear out all the ants between us and the tower. Boom. Kaboom. I shot all its legs, and then it died. Useful health, I don't even know if I needed it, but I touched it anyway. The sniper turrets take a little while to reload. One of the main high-level strategies in this game is reloading while you're not shooting things with your other weapon. I.e., if you have a slow-firing weapon and a weapon that takes ages to reload, you can reload while your slow-firing weapon is getting ready to fire again, as it were. Anyway, here's the sniper turrets. This is the main problem. The ants are up there. That's as far back as the sniper turrets will lean, which means even though they are aiming at the enemies, they're getting nowhere near them. And I rather usefully equipped a shotgun, which can't hit the enemies, and so I tried to back off a bit to try and see if the sniper turrets could hit them from further back, but thankfully they started coming down anyway. Basically, a group of ants will have a aggro factor. They will stand around doing their own thing if they're programmed to, until you hurt one of them, at which point they will all start running at you or your friends. As I couldn't hurt them, they were just going to stay up the tower forever. I think thankfully one of them wandered low down enough for one of my teammates to actually hit him, while I was farting around with turrets for no good reason, because I'm bad at this game. Really wish I hadn't brought the wide shot. It is not a very good weapon. Hopefully these guys are finally coming down to see us. It is a little frustrating sometimes how these ants can climb all over everything. It is what separates this game from many other action titles though. Oh, the camera's gone weird, so something's happening. Just reloading my nothing. There we go, okay. These alien spacecraft are descending towards the Earth. What could they be up to? For no particular reason, I will reload my turrets. It's very tense. Oh, the aliens brought the ants. Ah, who'd have thought it? What a surprise. Oh. Let's activate those turrets 7 times more than I needed to. That is a lot of acid. Let's get away. Yeah, so the Ravagers and the giant insects are in fact connected. Just as we had feared. I suppose it's quite prudent not to attack the aliens before you're definitely sure that they're attacking you. I'm gonna have a preemptive... oh, they're going away. A preemptive strike on a peaceful alien species would probably be a bad thing to do. Especially if the peaceful alien species happen to have shitloads of ants. These are absolutely definitely ants from space now. Space ants. Do wonder exactly where the Ravagers found these. Did they make them? Or is there a planet full of giant ants somewhere that they nicked them from? Or are the Ravagers themselves in fact giant ants? So many unanswered questions. We will never get the answer to any of these questions. This is not really a game about the story. Even though it does have a lot of talking in it. Well, at least now we know that we've all the money spent on forming the Earth Defense Force is completely justified now. That was a good use of the budget because the Earth does in fact need defending from aliens.
This just in. The Ravagers are deploying giant bugs all over the world. The bugs are moving around and attacking everything in their path. Anyone living in the following danger zones must evacuate as instructed.
Watch out, world. The ants are here and they're going to eat all your stuff. See if we can get these last weapon pickups. Hooray, we did it. That's it for now. I'll see you next time, perhaps. Who knows? Hopefully. Goodbye.